What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv, and tonight I'll go over my WWE Raw review and highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please full watch the video before you connect with me the right way. Turn on post notifications when I premiere a brand new video, or go live on YouTube every Sunday and every Thursday. Follow my social media, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord and threads down below in the description. And let's get started. Now, Monday Night Raw was a decent show, and I give it a 5 out of 10. Now, Monday Night Raw was live from Memphis, Tennessee. So we got commentary, Michael Cole and Wade Barrett. We get now, forever together. The WWE video leads us into the show. In the memory of Terry Funk 1944 through 2023, in the memory of Bray Wyatt 1987 all the way through 2023. RP to Terry Funk and RP to Bray Wyatt. That's all I gotta say. Undisputed WWE Tag Team Champion Sami Zayn makes his way to the ring to a big ovation. Michael Cole talks about losing two beloved members of the WWE family last week, Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt. Tonight we pay tribute to them. Their lives were dedicated to enter the entire the WWE universe, which was WWE aims to do tonight. Okay, so we get senior Money in the Bank Damian Priest makes his way to the ring. Replay of the issues within the Judgment Day with Damian Priest, Finn Balor, and JD Madon are shown. Last week, after Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Cody Rhodes defeated the Judgment Day, Sami Zayn said, "Better luck next time." That the infuriate Damian Priest leading to tonight's match. It is announced that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens will defend the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions against Finn Balor and Damian Priest this Saturday at WWE Payback. So we get the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champion Sami Zayn versus Damian Priest, and this match was pretty good for what it was. Pretty good. The bell rings, they lock up. Damian Priest powers Sami Zayn against the ropes and pretend to give a clean break, only to knee him in the midsection. Damian Priest applies a side headlock, but Sami Zayn whips him off. Damian Priest comes back with a shoulder tackle and challenges him to get up. Damian Priest kicks Sami Zayn in the chest before sending him to his knees with a right hand. Damian Priest puts the side headlock back on. Damian Priest cinches it in, but Sami Zayn soon whips him off, drops down, leapfrog him, and hits a deep arm drag. Damian Priest quickly fights up and backs Sami Zayn in the corner. Sami Zayn ducks a right hand and chops the chest. Damian Priest grabs him by the neck and throws him to the corner. Damian Priest kicks him down in the corner and punches him in the face. Excuse me. Damian Priest whips Sami Zayn to the opposite corner and charges, but Sami Zayn elbows him back. Sami Zayn comes off the second rope with a flying elbow to the head for a 1 count. Damian Priest gets out of the ring to recover. Sami Zayn slightly catches him with a baseball slide before kicking him back. Sami Zayn then hits a split leg moonsault block off the top rope to the floor. Sami Zayn gets Priest in the ring and gets him in the corner for the 10 punches. Damian Priest powers out of 5. Okay. But Sami Zayn chops him. Sami Zayn scales the ropes for a tornado DDT. Excuse me. But Damian Priest avoids it. Damian Priest turns Sami Zayn inside out with a clothesline. Damian Priest stumps away at him. Damian Priest pulls Sami Zayn up and forearms him in the jaw. Damian Priest has Sami Zayn in the corner and drops him with a right hand. Damian Priest mashes his boot into Sami Zayn's face. Damian Priest backs up and charges for a running elbow. Excuse me. Damian Priest connects with the broken arrow for a 2 count. Damian Priest applies a surfboard stretch. Sami Zayn fights up and twists out before kicking him in the face. Sami Zayn sends Damian Priest over the top rope and hits the ropes. Damian Priest gets on the apron and grabs him by the beard. Sami Zayn punches him and drives him drives him into the ring post. Sami Zayn goes for the plancha, but Damian Priest catches him and hits a flatliner on the commentary table. Excuse me. So we go to commercial break. We return from the break to see Damian Priest attempting a superplex off the second rope. Sami Zayn fights back and hits a sunset flip. Sit out powerbomb for a near fall. Excuse me. Both men slowly get to their feet. Sami Zayn punches his way at Damian Priest. Um, Damian Priest reverses a whip, but Sami Zayn springboards off the bottom rope over him. Okay. Sami Zayn then sends Damian Priest over the top rope. Sami Zayn hits the ropes and hits a somersault senton. Sami Zayn gets Damian Priest in the ring and comes off the top rope. Excuse me. Damian Priest grabs him for a sop of heaven, but Sami Zayn escapes. Okay. Sami Zayn avoid. Excuse me. Sami Zayn avoids and avalanches him in the corner. And Damian Priest face mounts off the ring post. Sami Zayn connects with a blue thunder bomb for a near fall. Damian Priest rolls to the apron to recover, pulls Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn pulls him up, but Damian Priest snaps him off the top. Damian Priest kicks Sami Zayn in the face and gets in the ring. Damian Priest kicks him in the midsection and goes for the Razor's Edge. Sami Zayn wiggles out and hits an exploder suplex into the turnbuckles. Sami Zayn gets fired up for a haluva kick, but JD Mahal runs down and grabs his feet. Damian Priest used the distraction to hit Sami Zayn with South of Heaven to pick up the victory. The winner of the match, excuse me, the winner of the match, Damian Priest. This match was okay for what it was. Well, pretty good. I said pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Damian Priest grabs the Money in the Bank briefcase and raises his arm in the air. JD Mahal gets in the ring and raises Damian Priest's arm again. Damian Priest pulls away and shoves him down. Damian Priest tells JD Mahal to stay out of his business. Damian Priest storms out. JD Mahal wonders what is wrong with him. Okay, there are tensions between the Judgment Day. JD Mahal turns and sees he is in the ring with the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is wearing a black armband that says "Win him" and honor of Win him Wakanda. They attack JD Mahal and Kevin Owens Kevin Owens drops him with a stunner. They send JD Mahal to the corner. Kevin Owens sits on the top turnbuckle and watches Sami Zayn smashes JD Mahal with a haluva kick. Damian Priest watches on from the outside before leaving. Kevin Owens raised Sami Zayn's arm. Okay, let's move on. Later tonight, World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins will call out Shinsuke Nakamura. Okay, excuse me. The new Day are showing warming up backstage. Elsewhere backstage, the Viking Raiders are preparing with Valhalla. Commercial break. During the commercial break, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn brought out Memphis Legends and WWE Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler, who is still recovering from a massive stroke he had early this year. Drew McIntyre is backstage looking at a piece of paper. Akira Tozawa says he looks great and runs off. Drew McIntyre turns it around and shows that it's a picture of him wearing neon green tights that looks like Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle walks up and asks him what he thinks. Every great team has matching gear. Drew McIntyre says they have to see if this will work out before they make any changes. Matt Riddle thinks he means matching kits. Matching kits. Riddle wants to get them ringside seats for a New Day versus the Viking Raiders to see their strengths and weaknesses. He'll eat a hot dog while eat that hot dog, and Drew McIntyre can have haggis. Drew McIntyre says he'd love to see those idiots get beaten. Matt Riddle thinks the idiots are the New Day, but McIntyre says he means the Viking Raiders. he'll see Riddle out there. Riddle is pleased. Okay, video package. Raquel Rodriguez says she is a big and strong as a women's world champion. Rhea Ripley. She will cut her down to size this Saturday at WWE Payback after what she did to her and Liv Morgan. Becky Lynch is showing backstage, is showing stretching backstage. She'll face Zoey Starks in a Falls Count Anywhere match later tonight. Commercial break. John Cena will John Cena returns to WWE SmackDown this Friday. A week from Friday, he will also appear at the WWE Superstar Spectacular in India, his first appearance in the country. This is a highlight right here. Highlight promo right here. LA Knight music hits to a big ovation. He makes his way to the ring. Only it's not LA Knight. It's The Miz dressed as him. The crowd boos loudly as they realize that the megastar isn't there. Miz intimidates intimid- im- imitates LA Knight as he says, "Let me talk to you." Yeah, Miz does an excellent impression of LA Knight. Miz says gaining the crowd support take more than a catchphrase. That's why he brought out a bag of free LA Knight t-shirts. If you want a free LA Knight t-shirt, give me a you know what. Oh wait, a yeah. Miz spikes the shirt at ringside and kicks the bag out of the ring. Miz rips off LA Knight's merchandise he's wearing, and LA Knight chant picks up. Miz says they are pathetic and will cheer for anybody. Anybody can be LA Knight. It's generic. It's generic and vanilla. Anyone can pander. Miz says he doesn't do catchphrases. When he says he's awesome, it's not an applause line. It's reality. When he exposed LA Knight on Saturday, the party is over. They'll cheer for free T-shirts and catchphrases, but won't cheer losers. That's what LA Knight will be in 5 days' time. Miz will immortalize whose game it really is. Me, Miz, yeah. Miz will battle LA Knight this Saturday at WWE Payback. That was a good segment. The Miz had the best highlights of the night right here. Best highlight of the night. Anyway, let me continue. Replay are showing of Shinsuke Nakamura revealing that he knows about Seth freaking Rollins' broken back. Nakamura also brought Seth Rollins' family into the conversation. An outright World Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins, is seated backstage. Ricochet looks at him and then walks off when he realizes that Seth Rollins is not in the mood. The New Day makes their way to the ring. They battle the Viking Raiders next. Commercial break. Matt Riddle and Drew McIntyre, wearing a black armband, make their way to the ring. They seated at ringside for this next match. Replay on showing of the Viking Raiders attacking Drew McIntyre. The New Day capitalized to beat Matt Riddle to win the match against Matt Riddle and Drew McIntyre. The Viking Raiders laid everyone out until Drew McIntyre sent them packing. So we get a tag team match. The New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods versus the Viking Raiders, Eric and Ivar coming by Valhalla. This match was this match I didn't care about. I did not care about this match. Okay, Xavier Woods will start against Eric. They lock up and Eric powers him to the corner. Woods gets out and chops the chest. Woods applies a side headlock. Eric tries to whip him off, but Woods holds on. Woods is eventually whips off, but Xavier Woods shoulder tackles. Woods shoulder tackles Eric down. Xavier Woods attacks the shoulder of Eric before Eric rocks him with a forearm. Xavier Woods slingshots over Eric and goes for a twisted DDT, but Eric counters into a side slam. Ivar tags in. The Viking Raiders double team Woods and with punches. Valhalla lets out the primal scream. Ivar punches Woods down and tags Eric back in. Ivar sends Woods into Eric, who needs him down for a 2 count. Ivar Woods and kicks in wear black armbands that honor the late Bray Wyatt. Excuse me. Xavier Woods knocks Ivar, who tags back, but Ivar needs him down. Xavier Woods starts to fight the Viking Raiders off and tags Kofi Kingston in. Kofi Kingston springboards off the top rope with a diamond clothesline. Kofi Kingston knocks Eric off the apron and lights up Ivar's chest with chops. Kingston super kicks him, but Ivar soon gets him in a corner. Ivar charges, but Kingston connects with a pendulum kick. Kingston hits a top rope crossbody block for a 2 count. Kingston connects with a boom drop and gets the crowd going. Eric pulls Ivar out of the ring. Woods hits Eric with a baseball slide. Kingston then wipes out Ivar with a trust dive. The New Day celebrates at ringside. Commercial break. We return from the break to see Ivar splash Kingston for a 2 count. Ivar attacks Kingston with strikes before getting him in the corner for some rapid fire back elbows. Ivar whips him to the opposite corner, but Kingston springboards out of the corner with a drop kick. Valhalla gets on the apron and points at Woods. Ivar knocks the distraction Woods off the apron and gets Kingston in the corner. Eric tags in. The Viking Raiders double team Kingston for a near fall. Eric digs a knee into the back and pulls back on Kingston's neck. Kingston fights out, but Eric keeps Kingston from making a tag. Ivar tags in and forms Kingston in the face. Eric tags in and boots Kingston on the head. Eric knocks Woods off the apron. Woods storms into the ring, but the referee holds him back. The Viking Raiders take advantage of the referee's distraction by double teaming Kingston. Ivar shouts at McIntyre and Riddle, who are watching intently at ringside. Kingston chops back at Ivar and punches Eric. Ivar quickly floors Kingston with a nasty boot for a near fall. Ivar applies a rest hold, but Kingston quickly fights up. Ivar puts him in the corner and clotheslines him. Ivar clubs the spine, but Kingston fights back with a jawbreaker. Ivar stops Kingston from making a tag. Kingston goes for a sunset flip, but Ivar stays standing. Ivar goes for a cannonball, but Kingston moves. Woods tags in and runs around Ivar before dropping him with a rolling form. Woods attacks Eric and hits a twisted side leg sweep. Woods attacks Ivar, but Ivar sends him to the corner. Woods turns Ivar inside out with a honor roll for a near fall. Eric tags in and hits a full Nelson into a nasty knee to the neck for a near fall. Ivar tags in. The Viking Raiders goes for the double team back suplex, but Woods flips through. The New Day starts with some double team offense. Kingston slips on the ropes, but still managed to splash Ivar. Kingston goes for the Trouble in Paradise, but Ivar avoids it. They clumsy go over the top rope. Ivar catches Kingston diving off the ring steps and drops him on the steps, face first. Ivar then grabs Kingston and dives him to McIntyre and Matt Riddle. Wow. Ivar gets in the ring. Ivar sidesteps a flying chair from McIntyre. McIntyre goes to throw a chair at Eric, but Eric moves and it hits Woods instead. Ivar hits McIntyre with a cannonball off the apron. Ivar sends Kingston into the rings. Eric tags in. Kingston chops Ivar, but Ivar responds by turning him inside out with a spinning leg kick. The Viking Raiders hit Kingston with the Reckoner for the win. The winner of the match, the Viking Raiders. This match I didn't really care about. McIntyre really quickly chased the Viking Raiders out of the ring. They then go to ringside and check on Woods. Okay. Finn Balor is backstage with Damian Priest, telling him they always argue. They need to be on the same page to win the tag titles on Saturday. Damian Priest says they do need to get it together. They need to focus on Judgment Day business instead of people that don't matter. Like Finn Balor's friend JD Madon. Finn Balor says JD Madon is the only reason Damien Priest beat Sami Zayn tonight. And then he left him lying. Damien Priest says he doesn't care about Judgy Madonna. He cares about his family. Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley and NXT North American Champion Dirty Dominic Mysterio are in the background. Rhea Ripley steps in and says they always talked about the Judgment Day being a dominant faction, only for them to fall apart because of Finn Balor and Damien Priest. The only ones handling the Judgment Day business are her and Dirty Dom. Finn Balor and Damien Priest are going to make it right this Saturday at Payback. They remind everyone that the Judgment Day is a force to be reckoned with, and with it matters. If the Judgment Day don't um don't walk don't all walk out will go at the end of Payback, there will be changes around here. Rhea Ripley ordered Mysterio to grab the titles, and they walk off. Damien Priest holds up the Money in the Bank briefcase and says he is no problem winning gold. Coming up next, we pay tribute to Bray Wyatt. Commercial break. Video package. WWE plays a beautiful video tribute to Winham Bray Wyatt Watanda, who passed away at age of 36 years old last Thursday. Like I said, RIP to Bray Wyatt and RIP to Terry Funk. The Fireflies in the audience lights up with the FedEx form. A thank you Bray Wyatt chant picks up. Bray Wyatt's music plays and a spotlight shines on a rocking chair on the stage. Commercial break. Replay out showing of Drew McIntyre accidentally hitting Xavier Woods with a chair moments ago. Kofi Kingston walks out of the trainer's room. Drew McIntyre and Matt Riddle were waiting outside. They ask about Woods. Kingston says he knows that McIntyre didn't mean that. McIntyre says he and Riddle are going to take care of the Viking Raiders next week. Riddle is excited that McIntyre thinks of them as a team. Replay of showing of Chad Gable defeating Gunther by a countout last week on Raw. Gable became the first man to defeat Gunther in a singles match since his main roster debut. WWE, excuse me. WWE Intercontinental Champion Gunther stands on the commentary table with Louis Castro and Giovanni Vinci standing at ringside. Gunther says last week Chad Gable became the first man to defeat the ring general Gunther in more than 500 days by countout in a championship match. Chad Gable gained a victory, but in reality he has won nothing because Gunther is still the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. The crowd boos. Gunther says Gable has achieved one thing, passing him off. Gunther shouts in German. Excuse me. Gable has focus. If Gable is the last thing between him and his rightful legacy, then so be it. Next week, Chad Gable will challenge him for the Intercontinental Championship on Monday Night Raw. Just like Chad Gable will not beat him next week. He will not be beating his best man tonight. Shush. Chad Gable makes his way to the ring alongside Otis and Maxine Dupree of the Alpha Academy. Gable says normally he gives him a big shush, but he won't do that tonight. Excuse me. Gunther is making some good points. Gunther has been on the main roster for 2 years, and no one has managed to beat him. That is until last week. Gable handed him his first loss and found a way to do it in only 10 seconds. Next week the title will be on the line. It won't take him 10 seconds to take the title. He'll take it away in 3. That's next week. As for tonight, Captain Caster can get his car cast in the ring because Master Gable is going to cook him Memphis style. I thank you. Okay. So again, Louis Castro coming by John Da Vinci. Giovanni Vinci versus Chad Gable, accompanied by Maxine Dupree. And this match right here, this was um this was a this was a solid match. The bell rings and Gable takes him down, and they tussle on the mat for position. Gable applies a front face lock, but Caster twists out. Caster reverses a whip, but Gable gives him a hip toss over the top rope. Gable then hits him with a cannonball off the apron. Gable rips his shirt off and throws it at Gunther. Commercial break. Back from the break, we see Caster fighting out of a race lock. Gable charges him. Gable charges him towards the ropes and sends him to the ringside. Caster's feet got caught in the ropes, but and nearly landed on his face. Yikes! Caster quickly gets up and backs in the ring. Gable hits a few arm drags. Caster quickly elbows him back and takes Gable down for an arm lock. Okay, Gable fights up, but Caster powers him down. Gable fires up and twists out before hitting a drop toe hold. Gable applies an armbar. Caster fights up, but Gable twists the arm. Caster tries to whip him off, but Gable takes him down. Caster soon clubs away at Gable for Gable a shoulder tackle. Tackles him, sorry. Gable connects with a nasty chop and takes him down for an ankle lock. Caster gets to the ropes but pulls him up. Caster kicks Gable in the face and hits a stiff clothesline. Caster whips him to the opposite corner. Excuse me. But Gable slingshots him over him and hits a monkey flip. Gable goes for a second monkey flip, but Caster turns him around and puts him on the top rope. Gable quickly hits a hanging arm bar. Gable sits up on the top rope, and Caster slaps him in the face to knock him to the floor. Caster goes to ringside and hits a running uppercut. Commercial break. We return from the break to see Gable hit a pair of belly to belly side suplexes. Excuse me. Caster fights out of a third and rocks him with a right hand. Caster then sends him shoulder first into the ring post. Caster hits the ropes and drop kicks Gable to a dive him back into the ring post. Gable, Gable falls to ringside. Caster goes outside, puts Gable back in the ring. Caster kicks away at Gable and throws him down. Gable fights with some chops and hits the ropes, but Caster turns him inside out with an inverted gut wrench suplex for a near fall. Caster punches and kicks away at Gable in the corner. Gable fights back with some chops. With some chops and slaps him in the face. Slaps to the face. Gable hits a dragon screw before going for a German suplex. Caster elbows out and hits a rolling death valley dropper. Caster follows up with a kick to the face for a 2 count. A slow motion replay of that kick shows a nasty impact. Caster sends Gable over the top, but he skins the cat and uses his speed to drag Caster out of the ring. Caster quickly gets back in, but Gable attacks him and hits a rolling neckbreaker. Gable heads to the top rope, but lands on his feet. When Caster moves, Gable hits a nice hangman's DT for a near fall. Gable looks like he is bleeding from the mouth. Gable hits a T-bone suplex and sends them both over the top rope with a wild running crossbody block. Gable goes for the top rope but hits a Caster and Vinci with a moonsault block to the floor. Gable took a nasty bump there. Gable gets Caster in the ring and comes off the top rope. Gable avoids the boot from Caster and applies an ankle lock. Caster tries to twist out, but Gable keeps it on. Caster soon kicks him away and uppercuts him to the corner. Caster lifts him, but Gable slides off in his chaos theory. Giovanni Vinci breaks up the pin before the match is called. The referee calls for the bell. The winner by disqualification, Chad Gable. Okay, that match was good. Otis hits Vinci with a suplex and miles him in the corner. Caster attacks Otis and Vinci joins for a double team. They send Otis hard into the ring post. For shoulder first. Gable fights back, but Vinci and Caster double team him. WWE Intercontinental Champion Gunther shatters back to ringside and gets in the ring. Gunther goes for a powerbomb on Gable, but Gable counters out and takes him down with the ankle lock. Vinci and Castle quickly double teams Gable. Gunther then demolished Gable with a powerbomb. Imperium sends Saw in the ring. Okay, let's move on. World Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins is trespassing backstage. We'll hear from him next. Commercial break. Highlights are shown of Bob Barker appearance on WWE Raw as a guest host in 2023. That he has the best guest host appearance they ever did. Excuse me. Bob Barker 1923 through 2023 was a horrible week for entertainment. Okay, excuse me. World Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins calls out Shinsuke Nakamura. World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins comes out to a big ovation. Seth Rollins stands in the ring, and the crowd loudly sings the song as he poses. Seth Rollins bows and grabs a microphone. Seth Rollins says, Memphis, Tennessee, Yowie, Yowie, Wowie, welcome to Monday Night Rollins. Excuse me. He is the visionary, the revolutionary Seth freaking Rollins. He says it has been a long week, so he'll keep this short and sweet. He'll keep it short and sweet. Seth Rollins says this Saturday at Playback he'll give Shinsuke Nakamura a crack at the World Heavyweight Championship. Okay, so right here and now, Nakamura should give him what he wants. If Nakamura has more mind games to play and mean things to say, he can come down to Azo and says them to his face. Nakamura doesn't come out. Seth Rollins says Nakamura shouldn't deprive these fine people. They want to sing his song. Oh wait, they didn't sing Nakamura's song anymore. Seth Rollins says maybe he'll head to Beale Street, have a stiff drink, and have them sing his song all night long. The crowd sings Seth Rollins' theme song. Okay, let's move on. Excuse me. A video starts on the Tigertron. Nakamura says he doesn't want to simply defeat Seth Rollins. He wants to dismantle the man. Excuse me. He says he wants to dismantle the man. Footage is shown of Nakamura practicing MMA. Nakamura wants Seth Rollins' wife to know that he's the reason she has to help him out of bed. Nakamura is the reason that Seth Rollins won't walk his daughter down the aisle on her wedding day. Seth Rollins' body has betrayed him. Nakamura will destroy his back and put him out of his misery. Seth Rollins has no honor and no future. Seth Rollins does not look happy and takes off his sunglasses. Seth Excuse me. Seth Rollins sarcastically says that if the legendary Shinsuke Nakamura a video package, Seth Rollins wants to know what happened to Shinsuke Nakamura, who headlined to Tokyo Dome. He wants to know what happened to the Shinsuke who lit the world on fire when he came to NXT a month ago. Excuse me. Seth Rollins will give him the shirt off his back. The same back that is broken in two places. His broken back didn't stand in the way of him becoming world world heavyweight champion. It won't stand in the way of be of him beating Nakamura's Universe on Saturday. Excuse me. He will pummel Nakamura until someone pulls him off him. When Nakamura is laying there defeated, he will know that he will never take anything from Rollins. Not his title, not his future, not his family. Suddenly, Nakamura runs into the ring and eventually kicks Seth Rollins in the back. Nakamura holds Seth Rollins' head and says he told him to watch his back. Nakamura then lays him out with a straight kick to the face. Nakamura walks off, leaving the World Heavyweight Champion unconscious in the ring. Okay. Excuse me. Undisputed WWE Undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are backstage. Sami Zayn says he's tired of doing this for too long. The Judgment Day keeps coming back like that cheap win over him tonight. They got a cheap squad for DQ last week and now a title match. Excuse me. They do this one more time. This Saturday, Kevin Owens says the rules won't play the Judgment Day's favor. They sick of this. They went to Adam Pearce and got something made official. What do they call Pittsburgh? The Steel City. They have a Steel City street fight for the titles. Kevin Owens has been slammed off a steel cage through a table, but it will be nothing compared to compare to what they'll do this Saturday. Back in the ring, Tommaso Ciampa starts to make his entrance, but Big Bronson Reed attacks him from behind. Bronson Reed then walks to the ring. Bronson Reed gets in the ring, but Ciampa attacks him. Ciampa punches him in the ring and sidesteps him to send him to the floor. Excuse me. Bronson Reed gets to his feet in the ring, but Ciampa knees him in the face to send him back to ringside. Ciampa then hits a flying knee to the face off the apron. Commercial break. So we get Tommaso Ciampa versus Bronson Reed. This was a squash match. We joined excuse me. We joined this match in progression to see Ciampa chomping the chest, shoving him back, but Ciampa boots him. Ciampa comes off the second rope to take him down and punches away at him. Ciampa hits the ropes, but Bronson Reed stops him in his tracks with a crossbody block. Bronson Reed drops a massive elbow on Ciampa. Bronson Reed goes for a delayed vertical suplex, but Ciampa knees him in the head. Ciampa jumps on the back, but Bronson Reed backs him in the corner. Ciampa drop kicks the knee and sends him into the corner, into the bottom turnbuckle head first. Ciampa somehow lifts Bronson Reed while Bronson Reed hits White Noise from the near fall. Ciampa backs to the corner and pulls his knee pad down. Ciampa charged, but Bronson Reed avalanches him down. Bronson Reed sets up for a powerbomb and puts two thumbs down. Bronson Reed then hits a run-in sit-out powerbomb for a near fall. Bronson Reed sets Ciampa up and goes for the apron. Ciampa quickly grabs the leg and goes to the apron and attacks him. Bronson Reed cuts him off and sends him to the ring steps. Bronson Reed smiles and hits a flying shoulder off the apron. Bronson Reed goes for a powerbomb on the commentary table, but Ciampa gets out. Excuse me. Ciampa gets in the ring and catches Bronson Reed with a Willow's Bell as he comes into the ring. Ciampa hits a running knee to the face for a near fall. Ciampa goes for the knee strike, but Bronson Reed grabs him. They excuse me. They trade chops before Ciampa boots him in the head. Ciampa takes him down with the perfect, which they kind of botch, and Ciampa gets a really weak looking pin. The winner of the match, Tommaso Ciampa. Damn, this match was squash. That match was squash. Jackie Redmond is backstage with Becky Lynch. Redmond asks if Becky Lynch has any second thoughts about her match against Zoey Starks. Becky Lynch has only thought about beating Zoey Starks all over the arena. Becky Lynch doesn't want the easy way. She wants chaos. Okay. Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley makes her way to the ring alongside NXT North American Champion Dirty Dom Mysterio. We hear from Rhea Ripley next. Commercial break. Excuse me. Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley is in the ring with NXT North American Champion Dirty Dominic Mysterio. NXT Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton is shown at ringside. Okay. Okay. Rhea Ripley will defend the Women's World Champion against Raquel Rodriguez this Saturday at WWE Payback. Okay. Ripley says Raquel Rodriguez claimed that she will cut her down to size. That's cute coming from someone who had to play up an injury to pull one over on her. It was a smart trick, but the first and last time will ever happen. Excuse me. Rhea Ripley doesn't blame her. Her resume speaks for itself. She won't come out here to tell them about her accomplishments because it will take too long. This champion around here wastes proves absolutely everything. Raquel Rodriguez thinks she takes her championship at Payback this Saturday. That's another reason why she's an idiot. Ripley doesn't take anything away from her. Raquel Rodriguez has her own accomplishments as well. She big and tough, but she's not Rhea Ripley's bloody Ripley. Raquel can talk all she likes, but when it comes to Payback, mommy is walking out as champion. Okay. Excuse me. Raquel Rodriguez misses Hicks and storms down to the ring. Ripley waits for her. Raquel gets in the ring, and they begin to brawl. Excuse me. Rodriguez throws Ripley to the corner and attacks her. Rodriguez whips her to the opposite corner and avalanches her. Okay. Okay. Rodriguez hits a fall away slam that sends the indicator out of the ring. Indicator out of the ring. That's where I was at. That sends the indicator. Where was I? It sends the indicator out of the ring. Yeah, that's where I was at. Out of the ring. Dominic Mysterio sneaks up behind her, but he doesn't do anything. Ripley comes up and headbutts Rodriguez. Ripley goes for the riptide, but Rodriguez fights out. Rodriguez clotheslines her down, and Ripley retreats. Okay. WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus is backstage with Zoey Starks. Trish Stratus says Becky Lynch is an idiot for offering a false count anywhere match against WWE fastest rising star. Excuse me. Trish Stratus says Zoey Starks will leave a leftover from her on Saturday. Zoey Starks promised to leave something for Trish Stratus to beat on Saturday. Okay, let me take a sip of my water. Okay, coming up next, Becky Lynch will battle Zoey Starks in a false count anywhere match. Commercial break. WWE and NFL announces the multi-year license deal for the NFL Legacy title for all teams. The commentators run down the WWE Payback card for this Saturday. A video package, a celebration of the life of Terry Funk, 1944 through all the way 2023. The Memphis crowd, a city where Terry Funk had some wild matches, especially against Jerry King, Lawler chant from the bunker. Okay. Becky Lynch makes her way to the ring. Falls County where match is next. Commercial break. Zoey Starks makes her way alongside Trish Stratus. Zoey Starks is holding a kendo stick, so Becky Lynch goes under the ring and grabs a kendo stick as well. Okay, so we get a Falls Count Anywhere match. Becky Lynch versus Zoey Starks accompanied by Trish Stratus. This match wasn't bad. This was not a bad match. This was fun. They get in the ring and Becky Lynch attacks Zoey Starks with the kendo stick to start the match. Becky Lynch lays in some shots to the back and legs of Zoey Starks. Becky Lynch hits a side leg sweep with a kendo stick for a 2 count. Becky Lynch applies a crossface using the kendo stick. Zoey Starks gets to the ropes and pulls herself out of the ring. Becky Lynch hits a baseball slide and attacks her at ringside. Trish Stratus grabs the kendo stick and attacks Becky Lynch with 2 shots to the back. Zoey Starks goes for a powerbomb on the floor, but Becky Lynch grabs the ropes and goes to the apron. Becky Lynch climbs the turnbuckles. Trish Stratus tries to attack, but Becky Lynch knocks her down. Becky Lynch hits a crossbody block off the top rope to the floor on Zoey Starks and Trish Stratus for a near fall. In my opinion, that looked like a handicap match. That's what Showstopper TV said on Twitch. That looks just like a handicap match. But anyway, shouts to Showstopper TV, by the way. Excuse me. Zoey Starks soon mounts a comeback and takes Becky Lynch down for a 2 count at ringside. Zoey Starks gets Becky Lynch in the ring. Becky Lynch attacks her, but Zoey Starks takes her down. Zoey Starks connects with a springboard missile drop kick for a 2 count. Trish Stratus grabs a steel chair from under the ring, from under the ring, and throws it into the ring, hitting Zoey Starks right in the face. Zoey Starks shakes it off and plays that really cool. Becky Lynch rolls Zoey Starks up for 1 count. Zoey Starks quickly clotheslines her down. Trish Stratus clumsily throws more chairs into the ring. There is a pile of chairs in the ring. Zoey Starks attacks Becky Lynch. The crowd doesn't care and chants, "We want tables." Zoey Starks puts Becky Lynch on the top rope and goes for a superplex into the chair piles. Becky Lynch fights her off. Trish Stratus grabs Becky Lynch's ankle, but Becky Lynch kicks her away. Becky Lynch knocks Zoey Starks onto the top rope and hits a diving leg drop for a 2 count. Excuse me. Becky Lynch goes for disarmer, but Zoey Starks fights it and sweeps the feet to land Becky Lynch on a chair. Zoey goes for the Z360, but Becky Lynch gets out and hits the manhandle slam. Trish Stratus breaks up the pin. Excuse me. And outright Becky Lynch chased the WWE Hall of Famer around ringside. Trish Stratus grabs a candlestick, so Becky Lynch puts the brakes on. Becky Lynch absorbs a shot and pulls it out of her hand. Becky Lynch beats Trish Stratus around ringside with a candlestick. Becky Lynch viciously beats Trish Stratus up to the ramp and to the back. Becky Lynch turns into a chair shot in the midsection from Zoey Starks. Zoey Starks takes her down with another chair shot for a near fall. Commercial break. Back from the final break of the evening, Becky Lynch and Zoey Starks are fighting in the crowd. Becky Lynch sends Zoey Starks over the barricade. I'm sorry. Becky Lynch sends Zoey Starks over the barricade back to ringside. Becky Lynch stands on the barricade and hits a diving clothesline. Becky Lynch hits a back splitter onto the lead barricade for a near fall. Becky Lynch gets Zoey Starks in the ring and pulls a table out from under the ring to a big ovation. Excuse me. Zoey Starks baseball slides Becky Lynch and shouts that Memphis doesn't deserve tables. Okay. Zoey Starks gets Becky Lynch in the ring and snaps her off the top rope. Zoey Starks grabs a steel chair and viciously beats Becky Lynch with Becky Lynch's spine with it 4 times. Okay, okay. Zoey Starks sets Becky Lynch up with a chair on her chest. Zoey Starks hits a slingshot twisted, plants her for a near fall. Becky Lynch may have hurt her knee from that. Zoey Starks puts another chair on Becky Lynch and goes for the top rope. Becky Lynch uh, Becky Lynch gets up and throws the chair into Zoey Starks' head. Becky Lynch hits a superplex onto the pile of chairs. Becky Lynch covers 1-2. Zoey Starks kicks out. Becky Lynch clears the commentary table and puts Zoey Starks in it. Becky Lynch goes for a manhandle slam through the table, but Zoey Starks fights it. Trish Stratus returns to ringside and sweeps Becky Lynch's feet. Zoey Starks kicks Becky Lynch in the face for a near fall on the commentary table. Zoey Starks is furious. Zoey Starks attacks Becky Lynch and climbs the barricade. Becky Lynch knocks her into the timekeeper's area and beats Trish Stratus down. Excuse me. Becky Lynch climbs the table and goes for a manhandle slam on Zoey Starks, but Trish Stratus attacks her. Trish Stratus then hits a bulldog through a table, and the crowd Zoey Starks covers for a near fall. Excuse me. Trish Stratus and Zoey Starks double team Becky Lynch through the crowd. They climb some crates for a double team bulldog, but Becky Lynch fights Zoey Starks off. Becky Lynch ducks a chick kick. Becky Lynch goes for a manhandle slam on Trish Stratus, but Zoey Starks attacks her. Zoey Starks swings wildly and accidentally hits Trish Stratus, knocking her off the crates through a table on the concrete floor. Excuse me. Zoey Starks and Becky Lynch are both shocked. Becky Lynch then hits Zoey Starks with a manhandle slam through a table on the concrete for the win. The winner of the match, Becky Lynch. This match was not that bad. This was a fun main event match. That's all I gotta say. And WWE Money Night Raw. I'm sorry. And Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch will battle Trish Stratus in a steel cage match this Saturday at WWE Payback. Becky Lynch takes off her black armband that says Bray Wyatt and sobs over the loss of her friend. Raw comes to an end. Excuse me. And WWE Monday Night Raw. Sorry. And WWE Monday Night Raw goes off the air. Okay, like I stated earlier, now Monday Night Raw was a decent show, and I give it a 5 out of 10. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my WWE Raw review and highlights, please give this video a big fat thumbs up. Comment down below on what your thoughts on Monday Night Raw. If you're new here, make sure you guys please full watch the video before you connect with me the right way. Turn on post notifications when I premiere a brand new video, or go live every Sunday and every Thursday on YouTube. Follow my social media, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and just go in threads down below in the description. And that's all I gotta say from here. But anyway, this your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang.